There comes a moment in a chosen one's journey when life no longer feels random. Things you once brushed off as coincidence begin to feel intentional. Patterns start revealing themselves. Alignments you cannot explain keep showing up. Your inner world shifts quietly yet powerfully, and deep within your spirit, something begins to whisper. Pay attention. If you are listening to this right now, understand this clearly. You are not here by accident. Your spirit was drawn here because you are entering a season of preparation. A season that does not look glamorous on the surface, but is profoundly divine beneath it. This is the season where God begins preparing a chosen one for extreme wealth. And no extreme wealth does not arrive the way most people imagine. When God prepares someone for abundance, He rarely starts by adding things. He starts by removing them. He strips away illusions. He rearranges priorities. He rebuilds your identity from the inside out. This can feel unsettling at first. You may feel like pieces of your life are falling apart, when in truth, they are being realigned. What feels like loss is actually refinement. What feels like delay is divine timing. And what feels like confusion is often the moment just before clarity arrives. Understand this. God does not prepare people randomly. He prepares people intentionally. When God is about to trust someone with influence, resources, and responsibility, He first transforms their mindset. Because money without maturity destroys people. Power without identity corrupts people, and wealth without purpose leaves people empty. So God does not rush the blessing. He shapes the vessel. If you have felt like your life has entered a quiet but intense season, this is why. Extreme wealth. Divine wealth is not just about money. It is about responsibility. It is about influence. It is about impact. It is about destiny. And God does not place that level of power into the hands of someone who is still unsure of who they are. This is why preparation often feels uncomfortable. You may feel like you are being pulled away from your old life. You may feel like you no longer fit where you once belonged. You may feel like your desires are changing. Your tolerance is shrinking, and your spirit is becoming more sensitive. This is not you losing yourself. This is you becoming yourself. God prepares the chosen one quietly. While others see stillness, God is working beneath the surface. While it looks like nothing is happening, everything is aligning. This is the hidden season, the season where your character is strengthened, your faith is expanded, and your identity becomes unshakable. Because the truth is, this wealth does not test your finances first. It tests your character first. And God knows that what He is about to release into your life requires a transformed mindset, a sharpened spirit, a deep-rooted sense of identity that cannot be shaken by success, pressure, or temptation. This is why your spirit was pulled here, not to entertain you, not to motivate you for a moment, but to confirm what you already feel deep inside. God is not just blessing you. He is positioning you, those He positions. He protects. Those He prepares. He promotes. And those who are truly chosen, He makes unstoppable. If you have been feeling an unexplainable sense that something big is forming, even when your circumstances do not reflect it yet, that is not imagination. That is spiritual awareness. That is your spirit recognizing divine timing before your eyes can see it. Most people look for signs in the physical world. Chosen ones feel signs in their spirit first. This is the difference. And as we go deeper, you are going to recognize yourself more and more in what is being revealed. Not because this message is generic, but because it is aligned. Aligned with where you are. Aligned with what you have been going through. Aligned with where God is leading you next. So listen closely, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Because what you are about to hear next are not random observations, they are confirmations. Let's begin with the first sign that God is preparing you for extreme wealth. One of the very first signs that God is preparing a chosen one for extreme wealth is separation. And not the gentle kind, not the gradual drifting apart that happens naturally over time, but the kind of separation that shocks your spirit and forces you to question everything. Suddenly, people you expected to walk with you for life begin to disappear. Conversations fade. Energy shifts. Connections that once felt solid start dissolving without explanation. And the most confusing part is this. You didn't change your heart toward them, yet the distance still appeared. This can feel like betrayal. It can feel like abandonment. It can feel deeply personal. But hear this clearly. This separation is not rejection. It is protection. When God prepares someone for extreme wealth, He begins by pruning their environment. He removes voices that keep you small, energies that keep you stagnant, and people who are not equipped to handle the level of blessing attached to your destiny. Because not everyone who loves you is assigned to go where you're going. Some people are only comfortable with the version of you that struggles, the version that hustles just to survive, the version that stays beneath their own potential. But when God begins elevating you, those same people may become uncomfortable, insecure, or even threatened. Not because you did something wrong, but because your growth exposes what they refuse to confront within themselves. And God sees what you cannot see. He hears conversations you were never present for. He knows intentions that are hidden behind smiles. He understands dynamics that have been quietly draining your spirit for years. So before He blesses you publicly, He protects you privately. This is why separation often comes before elevation. You may notice that relationships start feeling heavy, that certain people drain you instead of inspire you, that conversations you once enjoyed now feel limiting or repetitive. This is not arrogance. This is discernment developing. Wealth requires emotional maturity. It requires spiritual clarity, and it requires a refined inner circle. God will never surround a chosen one with people who would sabotage their future, misuse their generosity, or feel entitled to what God is about to give them. So, He removes access quietly, sometimes painfully, but always intentionally. And yes, this process can hurt, because you are human, because attachment is real, because memories are real. But what feels like loss is actually God making room for new connections, room for divine alignments, room for relationships that can match your next level, not your past. You are not losing people. You are shedding limitations. This is why isolation often follows separation. Not because God wants you lonely, but because He wants you clear of emotional attachments that would cloud your judgment, clear of loyalty to people who cannot support your calling, clear enough to hear His voice without interference. Some of the people God removes were never meant to walk with you into abundance. They were assigned to a previous season, and seasons change for a reason. You may be wondering why God didn't explain this to you first, why He didn't warn you, why He allowed it to feel so sudden. Because if He explained it, you might have resisted it. If He warned you, you might have held on longer than you should. And if He softened it, the separation might not have worked. God knows exactly how to detach you without destroying you. So, if you've been feeling unusually alone, understand this: you are not abandoned. You are being repositioned. Chosen ones are often isolated before they are introduced to the people who will truly understand them, because God must first teach you who you are without the noise of others defining you. This is where your identity is strengthened. This is where your boundaries are formed. This is where you learn to stand alone before you are trusted to lead many. And here is the part most people never realize. Some people are removed, not because they are bad, but because they would become liabilities at your next level. They would expect access, favors, explanations, or entitlement to blessings God never assigned them to. So God intervenes early. He removes the wrong connections so you don't have to later. When the stakes are higher, the pressure is greater, and the consequences are heavier. This is divine foresight. What you perceive as rejection is actually redirection. What feels like emptiness is God creating capacity. What feels like isolation is preparation for influence. And if you're honest with yourself, deep down, you already feel it. You know you are changing. You know you are being pulled in a different direction. You know your spirit no longer fits where it once settled. That is because elevation has a cost. And one of the first prices you pay is access. Not everyone gets to walk with you anymore. Not everyone gets to speak into your life anymore. Not everyone gets to have a front row seat to your destiny. God is protecting what He is about to release through you. And once you understand this separation, stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like power, because those who are meant to rise with you will find you, and those who cannot go with you will naturally fall away. This is the first confirmation that you are being prepared for extreme wealth, and what happens next will make even more sense. Let's continue. When God prepares a chosen one for extreme wealth, He does not start with money. He starts with discipline. Because wealth is not just something you receive, it is something you must be able to sustain. And responsibility always comes before reward. This is why, without anyone forcing you, something inside of you has begun to change. You may have noticed that you wake up earlier than you used to, that procrastination suddenly feels uncomfortable, that unfinished tasks bother you more than they ever did before. Things you once tolerated now irritate your spirit. This is not pressure from the world. This is conviction from within. God is reshaping your habits because the level He is preparing you for cannot be carried by an undisciplined life. The same mindset that survives cannot manage abundance. So, before He multiplies your finances, He strengthens your structure. You begin to feel an inner push to finish what you start, an urge to manage your time better, a desire to be more intentional with your energy. You may not even understand why this is happening, but deep down you know. You can no longer live carelessly. This is divine training. God is teaching you responsibility through discomfort. You may feel stretched, you may feel tested, you may feel like life is demanding more from you than it used to. But this is not because God is trying to overwhelm you. It is because He is expanding your capacity. A person who is destined for wealth must be able to handle pressure without breaking, must be able to stay focused without external validation, must be able to operate with consistency even when motivation fades. So God begins building discipline quietly. He convicts you when you waste time. He nudges you when you avoid growth. He stirs your spirit when you settle for less than you're capable of. Suddenly, certain environments feel chaotic. Certain routines feel unproductive. Certain habits feel beneath you. And this is important. This discomfort is not meant to shame you. It is meant to elevate you. You are outgrowing patterns that would have destroyed your future. There are people who pray for wealth but collapse under structure. They ask for overflow but resist discipline. They want results but avoid responsibility. God knows this, so He trains you before He trusts you. You may notice that setbacks now affect you differently. Instead of giving up, they make you more determined. Instead of complaining, you start looking for lessons. Instead of blaming others, you examine yourself. This is maturity forming. Discipline often shows up disguised as inconvenience. You may have to sacrifice comfort. You may have to say no to distractions. You may have to let go of instant gratification. But understand this. Every inconvenience is shaping you into someone who can carry weight. God does not elevate people who crumble under pressure. He elevates people who grow stronger through it. This is why He allows challenges that stretch you, responsibilities that push you, situations that force you to level up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. He is strengthening your habits before He strengthens your finances. He is building your character before He builds your empire. And here is something most people miss. Discipline is not about restriction. It is about freedom. The more disciplined you become, the more freedom you gain. Freedom over your time. Freedom over your emotions. Freedom over your future. This is why the old version of you would not survive where God is taking you. That version needed motivation. This version has commitment. That version avoided discomfort. This version grows through it. That version reacted emotionally. This version responds with wisdom. You may feel like you are being pushed harder than those around you, like life expects more from you, like the margin for error in your life is shrinking. That is because you are being trained for leadership. Average lives can afford inconsistency. Chosen lives. Cannot wealth magnifies who you already are? If you lack discipline, wealth will expose it. If you lack boundaries, wealth will exploit it. So, God corrects these things now while the cost is lower. This process may feel lonely at times, because not everyone understands why you are changing, why you are more focused, why you are less available, why you are no longer entertained by the same things, but you are not becoming cold, you are becoming intentional, you are not becoming rigid, you are becoming refined. And the discipline God is building in you now will become the foundation of everything He blesses you with later. because wealth does not reward potential, it rewards preparation. And if you are feeling this internal pressure to become better, to do better, to live with more structure and purpose, take it as confirmation. God is not burdening you. He is preparing you. The discomfort you feel is proof that you are growing. The resistance you face is proof that you are being strengthened, and the discipline forming within you is evidence that you are being shaped for abundance, because the next level of your life will demand the version of you that God is creating right now. And this is only the beginning. There is another sign that confirms this preparation even further. As God continues preparing a chosen one for extreme wealth, something extraordinary begins to happen beneath the surface. Your inner world becomes louder, while your outer world becomes quieter. You may notice that ideas begin coming to you with unusual clarity. Sudden thoughts, business concepts, strategies, creative visions that feel too specific to be random. These ideas don't arrive from overthinking. They arrive effortlessly. Sometimes while you are working, sometimes while resting, sometimes in the middle of the night pulling you out of sleep with urgency. This is not coincidence. This is divine communication. God gives ideas before He gives resources. He releases vision before manifestation, because vision is proof of trust. When God prepares someone for wealth, He deposits blueprints into their spirit long before the world sees results. These ideas may feel overwhelming at first. You may question whether you're capable of carrying them out. You may wonder why such big thoughts would come to you. But God does not give small ideas to chosen ones. He gives assignments. Assignments meant to stretch you. Assignments meant to grow you. Assignments meant to impact more than just your life. And often these ideas come during a season of isolation. You may have noticed that your social world has become quieter, less invitations, less noise, more solitude. At first, this isolation can feel uncomfortable, even painful. It can feel like life has slowed down, or that you've been pushed to the sidelines. But isolation is not a setback. It is a sacred strategy. God removes distractions so He can sharpen your focus. He reduces noise so you can hear clearly. He limits access so your spirit can mature. This is where many people misunderstand the process. They think isolation means something is wrong. Chosen ones learn that isolation means something is being built. Isolation is where God detoxes your spirit. It is where He heals wounds you didn't know were still open. It is where He rewires your thinking and strengthens your intuition. In crowded environments, your discernment is diluted. In isolation, it becomes sharp. And as this happens, you begin noticing another shift. Your spirit becomes extremely sensitive to energy and intention. You walk into rooms and immediately feel when something is off. You sense when someone's words don't match their spirit. You feel discomfort around people who once felt familiar. This is not paranoia. This is discernment. God sharpens your perception because wealth attracts attention, and attention attracts motives. As your destiny elevates, so does your visibility, and with visibility comes envy, manipulation, entitlement, and hidden agendas. So God trains your inner radar before He elevates your outer life. You begin to trust your intuition more. You withdraw faster when something feels wrong. You no longer need proof to feel clarity. Your spirit simply knows. This discernment becomes your protection. God does not want you walking blindly into partnerships that will drain you. He does not want you surrounded by people who see you as a resource instead of a person. He does not want your generosity abused or your purpose delayed, so he increases your sensitivity. You may notice that you tolerate less negativity, less dishonesty, less emotional chaos. Conversations that once felt normal now feel heavy. Certain people drain you within minutes. Certain environments feel spiritually loud. This is because you are no longer meant to operate at that frequency. And the isolation you are experiencing is what makes this discernment possible. In solitude, God speaks clearly. In quiet, truth surfaces. In stillness, direction becomes undeniable. This is why some of your biggest ideas come when you are alone. This is why your clarity increases when distractions decrease. This is why you feel strongest when you stop forcing connection. God is hiding you, so He can transform you privately before He blesses you publicly. This is divine incubation, a season where your spirit is strengthened, where your identity becomes unshakable, where your vision becomes refined. Most people want visibility without preparation. Chosen ones understand that preparation always comes first. You are being trained to operate without applause, to trust your inner guidance over external validation, to move in silence while God works in secret. And here is the truth many people never realize. Isolation is not forever. It is temporary alignment. God isolates you, so you don't form attachments to people who would later try to access your blessing without respecting your boundaries. He isolates you, so your decisions are guided by wisdom, not emotion. He isolates you so your confidence comes from Him, not people. And during this season, your discernment becomes sharper than ever. You may find yourself walking away from situations without explaining, ending conversations early, trusting feelings you once ignored. This is growth. God is teaching you to protect your energy, your time, and your future. Because where He is taking you, not everyone gets access. Not everyone deserves proximity. And not everyone can be trusted with what you are about to carry. This is not arrogance. This is stewardship. Wealth requires wisdom. Influence requires discernment. And leadership requires the ability to see clearly. And God is building all three in you right now. So if you are receiving ideas that excite and scare you at the same time, if you feel called to build, create, and expand in ways you can't fully explain, if your social world has become quieter while your inner world becomes louder, take it as confirmation. God is not distancing you from people to punish you. He is separating you to prepare you. He is sharpening your vision, strengthening your intuition, and aligning your spirit with the level of abundance He is about to release. And there is one final sign that confirms everything you've been feeling, a sign that doesn't come from the outside, but rises from deep within. Let's talk about it next. There is a moment in every chosen one's journey when confirmation no longer comes from the outside. It comes from within. Even when nothing around you looks different, even when your bank account does not reflect your calling, even when circumstances seem quiet or uncertain, something deep inside you knows. You can't explain it logically. You can't prove it with evidence. But your spirit is calm in a way it has never been before. You feel it when you wake up. You feel it when you sit in silence. You feel it even in the middle of difficulty. A steady, unshakable awareness begins to rise. Something big is coming. This inner knowing is one of the strongest signs that God is preparing you for extreme wealth. Because before God changes your reality, He aligns your spirit with the season you are about to enter. God always prepares the mind before the manifestation. He prepares the heart before the harvest, and He prepares the spirit before the shift. This is why even during hardship, you may feel strangely hopeful. Even during delays, you may feel unusually patient. Even during pressure, you may feel a quiet confidence that refuses to leave. That confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment. You are not imagining this feeling. You are not being unrealistic. You are not being delusional. You are being informed by the Spirit. When God is close to releasing something significant into your life, He activates your intuition. He begins speaking to you in subtle ways, through thoughts, through inner nudges, through a sense of urgency to prepare. Instead of waiting, you start thinking differently. You plan more intentionally. You protect your energy more carefully. You move with purpose instead of desperation. You may notice that you are no longer asking, "When will it happen?" Instead, you start asking, "Am I ready?" This shift is critical. Waiting prepares nothing. Preparation invites everything, and God is preparing you now. You may feel drawn to learn more, to build quietly, to strengthen yourself emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. You may feel compelled to clean up areas of your life that no one else sees. Your habits, your thoughts, your boundaries. This is not random self-improvement. This is divine readiness. Because when wealth arrives, it does not ask if you are ready. It exposes whether you are. God knows that what He is about to trust you with will amplify who you already are. So before He elevates you publicly, He stabilizes you privately. This is why your spirit feels alert. This is why you feel like time matters more now. This is why you feel called to act instead of delay. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are responding to alignment. And here is something very important to understand. This inner knowing does not come to everyone. Many people live their entire lives chasing signs. Chosen ones become the sign. You don't need constant reassurance anymore. You don't need approval to move forward. You don't need validation to trust what God placed in you. You know, and that knowing is powerful. It allows you to remain steady when others panic, focused when others scatter, calm when others doubt. This is why your spirit feels different now. You are not desperate for success. You are grounded in expectation. You are not anxious about the future. You are preparing for it. Even when your environment looks unchanged, something has shifted permanently within you. And once that shift happens, there is no going back to who you were. God has already aligned your destiny. He has already written the timing. He has already prepared the opportunities. What He is doing now is preparing you to recognize them when they appear. Because blessings often arrive disguised as responsibility. Opportunities often arrive disguised as pressure. And wealth often arrives disguised as work. Chosen ones don't miss their moment because they recognize it spiritually before it shows up physically. That is what you are experiencing right now. And if this message reached you at the exact moment you needed it, if it put words to something you have been feeling but couldn't explain, if it confirmed what your spirit has been whispering quietly, that is not coincidence. That is alignment. God is aligning your steps, aligning your mindset, aligning your spirit with abundance. Nothing meant for you can miss you. Nothing assigned to your destiny can bypass you, and nothing forming in your favor can be stopped. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time. And now comes the most important part. If this message spoke to your spirit, if you feel this inner knowing growing stronger inside you, if you are ready to step into the season, God is preparing you for write 1111 in the comments as a declaration. Not for me, not for the algorithm, but as a signal of alignment. 1111 is not just numbers. It represents spiritual confirmation, divine timing, and readiness to receive. When you write it, you are declaring, I am prepared, I am aligned, I am ready to receive what God has been preparing for me. And if you want to continue receiving messages that strengthen your spirit, sharpen your mindset, and guide you through this season of elevation, make sure you subscribe, because this is not the end of the preparation. It is the beginning of manifestation. You are chosen, you are protected, you are being positioned, and what God has planned for you, no one can stop. Stay aligned.